Hi, I'm Brian. You're watching Wayfinder Barbecue, and today we're getting rid of my belly. Welcome back to another Wayfinder Barbecue video. We may not be cooking my belly today, but we are cooking some pork belly today. We're making bacon. And Wayfinder Barbecue is actually starting a new video series. What we're going to do is teach you how to put better food on your table, put more food in your fridge for less money. We're starting with bacon because it's really kind of intimidating to a lot of people what the process of making bacon is. I'm going to show you that it's nowhere near as hard as you think, and we're actually going to take $60 worth of bacon and we're going to make it for 38 bucks. So you hang tight, and we'll talk to you soon. The first part of the bacon making process is the brine. At our local store, we were able to find a bacon cure. You can find them online. There's lots of different ways to make and find the brine. As you can see here, the one that we got is for 25 pounds. We do not have 25 pounds of meat. We only have 6. On the back, it's going to give you the amount of ingredients between the seasoning, the curing salt, and water. All we did was a little bit of math. Yes, I used a calculator to determine how much we needed for our 6 pounds. And that's what's in here. And what you'll see is the tan product is our actual seasoning. The pink product is #1 pink curing salt. That's a very important thing to have. You want to make sure you get that mix really correct. So take the time, do the math, double check. And all we're going to do at this point is take our seasoning, we're going to put it into our water, we're going to mix it up, make a nice good brine. We're going to take this pork belly, we're going to put it in our water, and we're going to cover it and put it in the refrigerator for 4 days. Every day, it suggests to take it out and flip it. Depending on how this floats in our pot, we may or may not have to flip it. We may just go in and stir it, but we'll see as we get there. So here we go. In goes the seasoning. I'm going to stir this around. This absolutely smells amazing. We are going to end up smoking this at some point, but we went with the smoky flavor just to make sure we drive it home. So now that that's all mixed up as promised, here comes our pork belly. Slide it on in there. Make sure it's all completely submerged. Put a lid on it. Get it in the fridge, and we'll see it tomorrow. Okay, Wayfinders, we are back. It has been 4 days of marinating, flipping it every day, moving the juices around, making sure this brine gets nice and good. What we're going to do now is go ahead, take the pork belly out. We're going to rinse it off really good, get all that brine off, and we're going to sit it over here on this cooling rack. We're going to pat it dry, make sure it is super dry, and then put it back in the fridge for another 24 hours. What that's going to do is create a pellicle coat on it, which will be kind of sticky, and what that does is help the smoke adhere a little bit better as we smoke it, which will be tomorrow. So here's our brine, still smelling amazing. Here's our friend, Mr. Pork Belly. Go ahead and turn on some water here. Like I said, all we're going to do is rinse this off, get all that brine off of there. A couple extra little pieces of loose fat. We'll pull those off now so I don't have to deal with them tomorrow. There we go. The texture of this is kind of interesting. The fats in particular have definitely loosened up. They've become much softer in texture, nowhere near as hard as what they were. And that's it. I'm just kind of looking for any spots where I see that seasoning sitting really hefty.
The big thing to make sure we're getting off here is that curing salt. That curing salt, if you start eating it, will just dry you out to pieces just like it does everything else on the planet. Shake that off a little bit. I'm sure some of you are thinking right now that it sounds absolutely crazy to leave a piece of meat in a refrigerator uncovered overnight. I couldn't agree more. But looking into the pellicle coat, this is totally a thing, has been for years and years and years.
And we are back, Wayfinders. Can you believe it has been another 24 hours? Our pork belly has sat out in the fridge in the open air 24 hours to create that pellicle. Now it is time to take it and smoke it. We're going to smoke it for about 3 hours at almost the lowest setting we can get on our smoker. We're sitting at 200 degrees. Everything I've read about this says we should smoke it for 3 hours for flavor or until it hits 150 degrees. Remember, we don't want to cook this thing. We're just adding the flavor to it and building an additional crust. So now I'm going to go ahead and open this up and throw this thing on. One thing I will mention as I take a look at this meat is it has changed a little bit. You can see the color, it's kind of browned on the edges a little. Nothing to be worried about. I think that's just the drying process. So we're going to come out on 3 hours or at 150 and take a look and get some more video of this coming off. After that, we have a few different options. We can go ahead and cut it up today, fry some up, and make some bacon. We can put it back in the fridge, let it cure another 24 hours, or we can immediately vacuum seal it, slice it, and put it all away. Lots of options there. We'll try a couple of them for you so you can see what's going on with this, and we'll catch up with you soon. Welcome back, Wayfinders. You made it to the end of yet another video, and this one was a long one, at least from this side of the camera. We started this on a Sunday and ended it on a Saturday. So, with that being considered, the things that we did over those 6 days, we took our pork belly, we rinsed it off, we made a brine, we soaked it in a brine for 4 days. After that, we pulled it out, we rinsed it off, we dried it, got it as dry as possible, and left it open air in the refrigerator for 24 hours. What that did was that made our pinnacle. After that, we took it and we smoked it for 3 hours at 200 degrees. Kept it as low as possible. It's really not about cooking it, it's about getting the smoke on it. And that's actually the reason why you make that pinnacle, is so the smoke will better adhere to it. It's all about the flavor of the bacon that you're saving. After we smoked it, we personally chose to put it back in the refrigerator for another 24 hours. We did wrap that. The instructions that we were following didn't say to wrap it, but it seemed like the sanitary thing to do. And after that, the bacon had firmed up quite a bit, which is what we were looking for, and why it cut so smoothly. When we pulled it off the smoker, it was actually a little malleable. And one thing you want to watch for is you smoke that for 3 hours or until the bacon itself is 150 degrees. You don't want to cook the bacon, you just want to smoke the bacon. After that, we pulled it out of the refrigerator that next day, gave it those nice slices you saw, gave it that nice fry you saw, and made this right here. So, bacon that is prepared like this, seasoned like this, cut like this, goes for about $10 a pound currently today, March 11th, 2023. In essence, I should be looking at $10, $20, $30, $40, $50 worth of meat. We paid $38 for it, plus another $10 for seasoning, wherein which it was for 25 pounds of meat. This was only for 6 pounds of meat. So where we lost a pound, we actually gained a lot of money. We have some great quality cut meat here. I'm pretty sure it's well worth the effort. I'm going to go ahead and take a bite now. This is more like eating the best ham I've ever had. I can't wait to eat more of it off camera. This is all about food preparation, people. Prices are going up, things are getting expensive. This is a lot of bacon for a lot of money. I love my bacon and I love my money. So we're trying to help you keep both things in your pocket and in your belly. We really hope this bacon video helped you out. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to check out our great website right here. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good day.